So the hens are a little bit nervous about the storm that's coming. We lost 2 a couple of days ago. So we're down to 3 adult hens and the rooster. The rooster is the white one. But let me show you something else. Helicopters flying over. Always. We've got a religious group north of us who does pilot training, and they recently got their approval from the FAA to do helicopter training for their missions that they do all around the world. So we hear those planes and the helicopters going around quite frequently. Sometimes a little too close. I think they want to see what we're doing. They could just come over and ask, but you know, that's them. Anyway, good morning. Welcome back to Copperline Rattler Ranch. I'm Julia. Dawn is down working. Oh, I got something. Sorry. Dawn is down working on the gate still. We're tweaking it just a little bit, make sure that our neighbor's cattle don't sneak in again. They're kind of wanting to because we have nothing grazing our property, and it's looking kind of starting to perk up with a little bit of monsoon that we've had. We've got a little bit of green happening, so they really want to come over, and we just want to keep them out. It's, you know, for their benefit. They're very curious animals. They want to come up and take a look, and they'll aggressively take a look at things. You know, they'll push on things and see if they can topple them over, things like that. They're just curious animals. Always want to see what's happening somewhere else. That whole, you know, grass is greener on the other side. In this case, it probably kind of is. But anyway, we are almost done with all this cobbing along that bond beam. I have this entire north wall to finish inside and out, and that south bedroom wall, the extreme south bedroom wall, I have to finish on the outside. So it's just going to be more mixing and mudding today, so I'm probably not going to show you much of that. We are talking about maybe getting our lime putty made, hopefully today. It's better, from what I've read, it's better if you can let it, Dawn says, ferment. They call it, I think, slaking, which just means to hydrate. You want all those particles of the powdered lime to hydrate as well as you can possibly get it to hydrate. Some people recommend days, weeks, and months. Other people think it's ridiculous to do it ahead of what you're going to be using it for. I'm not crazy about having to wear a respirator when I'm dealing with that powder. We bought some of those big respirators that we're going to wear when we're mixing it up, so that when we're at the other end, we mostly just have to protect our skin. Might want to wear a mask, but it's going to be a putty, so it's not going to be a powder that we could breathe in and possibly damage our lungs with. So when we get that made, that's going to be used on the final layers of our cob on the outside. That combined with linseed oil, boiled linseed oil, will help keep that outer layer weather resistant for a long, long time. We'll just have to check it, you know, every few months to make sure we don't have any major cracks, make sure we don't have any erosion. It's just probably like maintaining a regular home. You want to check and make sure that there's nothing going on with your siding or your stucco if you're in a desert area where they put the cement stucco on a house, and that stuff can crack pretty badly. So anyway, that's what our plan is for today, and hopefully in the next couple days we'll get that done. I know I can get this north side done today, inside and out, and the south side, the outside of that. And then we got to work on our footings, our concrete footings. So we'll take you along for those things that you haven't seen before. We've talked about, we're still waiting for prices on lumber to come down. We went to run a few thousand errands yesterday because, you know, we run errands once a week, if that. But anyway, we went up to Lowe's in Sierra Vista. The lumber prices were already starting to come down. When I told you that we paid $23 for each of these 2 by 10 by 8 foot boards, I checked the prices. They're down to $20. So the prices appear to be coming down. Hopefully that's going to keep happening. So we're going to try to do a few little things that we can do to get ready for the roof so that we can hopefully see those prices come down even further and more normalize before we have to spend a huge amount of money on the wood for this roof. Because we got to do our rafters, and then we're going to do a 3/4 inch-ish, nothing's ever true, but a 3/4 inch plywood on top of that so that we can feel confident that it will hold the weight of several people up there when we do some observation up there. It's just going to be nice to look at the stars. It's going to be nice to look at the planets, the satellites going by. We see lots of satellites in the late evening. You can really see them as the sun is really going down. And then it'll also give us an opportunity just to go up there and relax, things like that. So not tons of people up there at any one time, and certainly not intoxicated people up there, because you know it's going to be a risk. But anyway, that's our goal. So we want to try and get as much done as we can before we have to do that expenditure on the lumber for this roof. So we'll take you along for everything that we do this week. I'll throw a video together and hopefully get it out for you Saturday evening. Fingers crossed. We're also expecting a lot of rain this week, so we'll have to kind of see what we can get done. All right, thanks for showing up. Remember how I said it always takes 3 to 5 times longer to do something out here? Well, I thought I was going to get this all done on this side in one day. It took me 2.5 days to get this north wall done, but now everything is done inside and out. We got a big storm coming. We'll see how well the cob does. No worries if some of it washes away. It's just designed to hold up the bond beam that's up there, and if the stuff on the outer edges gets washed away, that's okay. We're going to put more up there anyway. Rumbles. Let's take a look at the storm. I think this side's going to hit us first. Got this one that's really noisy, and this one coming from the north. All right, we put the lines up just to keep our walls where we know our walls are going to go. Excuse me. But a lot of our problem with our ground is it's so dry, even with the monsoon having started. We still have a really hard crust under this soft stuff. So Don's going to try something. He's going to try to, I don't know if you can see the line that he's kind of hit with the caliche stick, the caliche bar. He's going to take a chainsaw and see if we can dig down to keep our lines so that when we're bringing that dirt up, we're not taking big chunks of everything off either side that we don't want to go missing. We had that problem when we dug the foundation. So here's the first trench we've got for the concrete footer. It's a little more than 12 inches deep for what we need, which is fine. 12 inches is a minimum amount of depth. It'll be 12 inches wide, 12 inches deep. We still have to do this one over here that's going to include all this piping except for the toilet drain and the shower drain, of course. Those won't be in the wall. So we still have to do that. That's going to be a little more challenging. This one, the chainsaw actually did work. It gave us a nice clean-ish edge to work with so that we didn't break up a whole lot of extra soil.